Yeah, you ready?
Yeah, you're not.
You can't prove that. Oh my gosh. Technical difficulties.
Oh,
We're professionals. That's what we are. I tell you. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that.
Yeah,
We're back. It's been a while. It's been a couple weeks.
Almost a month.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think this just goes to prove why Tom always says I'm the only one who gets paid.
That's true.
Because when I'm not here, nothing happens.
No.
Yeah.
You're the catalyst for all of it.
Exactly.
And according to the website, that's true.
Yeah.
The We the People Podcast Network.com.
Yeah. This is Pop Culture Partisans. It's your weekly dose of PCP on the We the People Podcast Network.
Just making lengthy eye contact with you. It's really
beautiful.
Nice. It's good to be back.
It is good to be back. I've missed me.
Yep. I mean, a lot's going on too. We were just talking about how we both got sick because it's Christmas time. And when I was a kid growing up, I always got sick during the holidays. It didn't matter what it was.
Absolutely.
But it's just like there's pictures from Christmas that like my entire family's sick.
Yeah.
And that's just it was an annual thing. So it was kind of nice to
holiday tradition
to do that again.
Yeah.
Which meant that we both had time to watch a lot of things. And I think we both remember about probably 10% of what we actually sat down and watched.
100%. That's true.
So we're going to talk about that 10%, but the benefit of that is that, it's been almost a month. So
yeah,
that 10% should get us through an hour or so.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think so.
We'll
see.
Yeah. So the question of like, what have you been watching? Just kind of like stuff is the answer to that.
Yeah. I think that's going to be the most of what we're talking about today is just sort of catching up.
We are
2022 catch up episode.
We are both healthy now though.
Yes. I still like once every like 2 hours or so will like cough like once
just to keep people away from you.
No, like just like that sort of, when you have like a cold or something, like it just like lingers for like a few weeks or you just
I get it. It's just that time of year. You're either sick or you're drunk. Like that's basically been what this time of year has been for me since I've been over 21 and been of age, because underage drinking should not happen and stuff.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to do most of our drinking right now. I think
I'm already
the guest on Jose Pio's show tonight is not.
I brought the apple juice.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, I have some cider in there. We can.
Good for him.
For us, we can do cider.
Yeah.
For him, he can do.
I'm gonna pour Jose some milk or something.
Yeah.
Just something gross. Jose, you did this to us.
Yeah, we all shared that coquito. I think that's probably what did us in.
Gosh, I told Lavelle that the conspiracy was that he was actually sick, and that the deep state conspiracy was that he was sick.
Lavelle? Yeah, that's why he was wearing a mask.
Yep. That's why.
Social experiment, my ass.
And he laughed at me, and I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I get it.
Yeah. But anyways, pop culture partisans and stuff. I think the show we talk about like video games and movies and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what we do. So if you're interested in, what's going on in pop culture news in the realm of movies, basically, and TV shows and video games, then you're in the right place.
Absolutely. And if it crosses over with politics, great. But sometimes it doesn't.
Oh yeah, we're trans subject here.
Yeah, exactly. Like that the Jeopardy person.
Yeah.
Have you heard about that?
Oh yeah, no, okay.
I don't think this is not going to be the main topic of the show, but let's
I don't know. So I walked in about 2 weeks ago, and my dad was watching it.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, wow, that's a manly lady.
Yeah, she has a huge Adam's apple.
That was Is it so? I don't know anything about this. Tell me, is it a woman?
It's a transgender, born a man, transitioned to a woman.
Oh, like actually,
yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I only say that because that was my initial reaction, and it wasn't to ingest or anything. It was just like,
oh,
that's an observation, right?
So, it's observable.
My wife walked in, maybe 10 minutes later, said the same thing. And my wife is a much better person.
I know that's what made me laugh so hard.
So
she's so like soft spoken and like nice.
Yeah. So no, I don't know. But then I watched a couple more episodes of Jeopardy. They are killing it.
Yes. Well, so that's the controversy.
Good for them.
The Jeopardy has said she holds the record for woman contestant.
Oh, okay. So there's controversy now.
But this is different, I think, than like the swimming thing.
Yeah.
Like, because bone structure and muscle structure don't affect your ability to compete in Jeopardy. Honestly, at this point, I guess biological women just need to step the fuck up.
I guess so.
Because they should be able to, right? Like, I don't think like mentally there's any difference in.
Not really. So if you look at the IQ spectrum, the dumbest people are men and the smartest in the bell curve, right? The bell curve is
stretched
out ever so slightly more for men. So you get really, really dumb men and just ever so slightly really, really smart men in comparison to women. Women are much more, if you took the average woman, generally speaking, they're probably smarter than a man.
Right.
IQ wise, right?
Sure.
But in the extremes and the outliers, that range goes further for men.
Okay.
Women have a higher center in that sense. And you can quote me on that, I guess.
Yeah.
There's a study somewhere.
When it comes to like trivia, like there's
for stuff like
no
this,
advantage. Like this person did transition like, I'm going to break the female record for Jeopardy.
Well, and I think they've talked about their wife before too. So that adds a whole other layer of complexity. I think her name's, is it Rachel?
I thought it was Amy. I thought she just looks like me.
I don't know. All I know is that like that was my initial gut reaction. And my wife said the same thing. But then like I've watched a couple more episodes and Amy or Rachel, whatever her name is.
Rachel McAmey.
I've warmed up to her. At first I was like, it was kind of jarring.
I've only seen a picture. Like I saw a news headline.
She's killing it.
Good for her.
And it was funny. My dad goes, yeah, well, she wins $38,000 an episode. The episode I watched, she won like 37.8.
Yeah.
I'm like,
that's awesome.
Like how she's that precise and that good about it. The last one I watched, she was up like $30,000 on the next person, which is unheard of in Jeopardy.
That's good for her.
Good on her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I say she can host Jeopardy for all I care.
Yeah.
But
who is currently hosting? I haven't watched
it was
Jeopardy
Ken Jennings when I watched it.
I like him. I feel like he doesn't draw attention to himself.
Oh, he's very bland.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That is exactly what I want in a Jeopardy host.
Yeah.
Let the game exist.
I
shouldn't notice the host.
If we can do a Michael Jackson
I would notice Michael Jackson.
No, that's not what I'm saying. If we can do a Michael Jackson hologram in Las Vegas, we can definitely hologram Alex Trebek up there. Not saying we should, but we could.
Right.
Yeah, and it would just be like there would just be a slight delay in his reactions because you'd have everything computer like animated. So somebody would be like, well, yeah, I've got a car at home. And Alex would be like, cars are great for driving in.
That is about how those segments go anyway.
Right. They're very awkward.
So you tell me you once saw a celebrity in a grocery store. Tell me about that. Yeah, I was in Wegmans and I saw Lou Graham. Awesome.
That would be, it's basically like the technology that video games have when you're able to like it gives you the illusion of these infinite amounts of options, but then it's like, you just said great and moved on.
Yeah. Jose Pio.
We could do Michael Jackson. We knew you'd be all about Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Jose Pio.
Oh boy.
His show coming up at 8.
Yeah, it's not good that you're gonna have a minor on the show and you're already talking about Michael Jackson. Ooh, that was low hanging fruit there, but I went for it.
Look, but that's Michael Jackson. Though.
Well, he goes for the low hanging fruit too.
No,
hey, I don't care what anyone says. Yeah, you better beat it.
Oh, you just been struck. You've been struck. Thanks, Jose.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm a big Michael Jackson fan. I do like Michael Jackson as an artist.
Right. I can separate the artist from the art.
Oh, for sure.
Like Michael Jackson, let me tell you, Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, that game's fucking awesome.
He's stealing kids.
He is.
Yep. Michael. Well, okay. In the context of the game, he's rescuing kids.
Yeah.
He's not like rescuing
trapped
kids.
in closets.
Yeah. Oh, that was a cry for help.
Yeah.
Oh boy, Michael Jackson. Yeah, if you've ever watched interviews with him too, he's so sincere about what he's saying. You know when people are lying, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you see Michael Jackson, you could tell he was just destroyed as a child. Like he had no
100%.
childhood.
I mean, I assume his voice stayed that way because, like, he lost his balls or something.
But just the immense amount of talent that he had was like, you can't deny that.
Yeah. No, have you heard the Sonic 3?
Oh,
soundtrack?
yeah.
Shit's dope.
Yeah. Anyways, we have actual things to talk about.
We do. What have you been watching lately?
Well, we're going to talk. Can we just do a brief synopsis of what we've got on the docket?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So for anyone that's interested, right?
Spider-Man,
the new Spider-Man movie, it came out and it's a thing.
It is. It exists.
So we're going to talk about Spider-Man.
We're
also going to talk about Encanto, which is the new Disney movie.
See?
Fucking canceled. We're going to briefly talk about the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, I forgot.
I mean, if you got a picture of the Mandalorian, you can do that too.
I'm going to keep up the picture of Encanto while we talk about that.
And then you're gonna catch me up on Arcane because I know nothing about it.
Yep.
Oh, the SJW show of the year. It's not. It's actually excellent.
Yeah. Fucking weird.
It is weird. I haven't had the time to watch it.
That's good.
So I will though. It's just it's one of those shows that I realize I can't watch in the background.
No, don't do that.
Why don't we start with Spider-Man?
Okay.
Oh, do you want to talk about Halo a little bit too? Halo Infinite.
Yeah, let's talk about Halo.
Why don't you catch me up on Halo?
All right. So I played the campaign a good bit. I haven't beat it yet.
Okay.
It's not super long, but I don't know. I get distracted and
well, the Halo 5 I think was only like 6 hours or so.
It's longer. I've played at least 6 hours.
Okay. But that's like, I don't need much more than that in a first person shooter campaign, right?
So I would compare it. So like what you're describing, like the Halo 5 and like the traditional Halo campaigns are like the same as like a Call of Duty campaign where it's just like level, done.
Yeah.
Whereas this has an open-ended structure. It's more of a Far Cry.
Okay.
Though not as big as Far Cry.
Well, they were pretty big.
Yeah, like Far Cry is huge. And so I'd say the map is like a quarter of a Far Cry map. And
it's like an open world.
Yeah.
Why?
Does
it work?
It does. It actually does. I like it. I think it's good. It fit like, because you remember like the first mission of like Halo.
Yeah.
It might not even be the first, where you crash on the planet and it like opens up.
Yeah, it's not the first mission, but it's
yeah, I don't,
because you start on the Pillar of Autumn.
That's right.
God, get your damn story straight.
It's been a while since I played Halo 1.
Oh, it doesn't. No excuses. Canceled.
Sorry, it's like the second mission then. Yeah, where you crash on the and it like it's kind of open and like,
yeah, sort of. It's linear in the sense that it's a wide landscape,
right? And so I think Halo's combat actually fits that sort of setting.
So what you're saying though is it's Destiny,
kind of.
Okay, that makes sense.
but it works. I like Halo so much. Like that gunplay is so good.
The gameplay is sensational.
So, and they introduced like a grapple hook.
Okay.
So you can traverse, and it's fucking awesome. I'm just like, wee, woo.
Now, are there other people in your open world? Is it like an online?
No, it's a single player campaign.
Okay.
They're gonna add co-op soon.
Oh, okay.
It was not available at launch, but
what?
Yeah, I know. If it was available at launch, I would have somehow set it up with you. We would be playing this campaign together.
I wondered why you hadn't yet. So that makes sense.
Yeah. No. And that's actually why I might not even finish it.
Okay.
Now.
I don't care.
It's so much. Halo is so much more fun with co-op.
I will say I found very recently and I don't know if I haven't listened to all of them yet. I found a bunch of cassette tapes.
Yeah.
Right. I used to have a voice audio recorder, just a cassette recorder that I would put on. And me and friends, the one I had was my friend Ben at the time.
Okay.
My friend Ben and I would play Halo, the original Halo, and we'd record ourselves playing it. And it's the funniest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's cringe inducing in some moments. And then it's just like pure nostalgia because you can hear the TV and then you can hear us talking.
Well, like there's a reason why Let's Plays are a thing.
I just, if Taylor Swift can get sued for using the lyrics haters gonna hate, I should be able to sue every single one of these Let's Plays for doing it first.
Yeah.
I invented it. Yep. I did it. Yeah, the best line in there. My friend Ben gets blown up by a grenade, and he goes, "Oh, blow it out your ass." We're like 10.
But that's such a real like moment. Like one of the sayings that I say with my friends,
as opposed to a fake moment.
Well, you can fake like, like.
Oh, right. No, yeah, I know what you mean. Okay.
Yeah. Like that's a real reaction. It was
genuine. Yes, it was. Genuine. And I still say that to this day nowadays, and I'm realizing that's probably where that came from.
Yes. And among my group of friends, one point we were playing Towerfall. You ever play Towerfall?
I love Towerfall.
Towerfall's so fucking
Ascension.
good. Yes.
Yeah.
We were playing it, and I shot him, and he just suck 1,000 nuts.
Yep.
And now, whenever we get shot, suck 1,000 nuts.
And that is why this is not at all what we wanted to talk about or what we were going to, but couch co-op is so damn important.
I fucking love couch.
And actually, I'm really disappointed. I didn't know that Halo didn't ship with multiplayer.
I feel like I brought it up before.
Did it not ship with? It just didn't ship with co-op.
Co-ops, but like you get the multiplayer actually launched a month before the campaign.
So, but I can't play. Even if we both had a copy of the game, we couldn't play co-op.
No.
What the fuck? Why?
Yeah.
Even if we're playing on two separate consoles.
Right. Yeah. They didn't have that ready for launch. And
speaking of that, I was just telling you before the show. For the first time in my life, I saw a new Xbox. One of the Series X in a retail brick and mortar store. Not going to say where, but I saw one in the wild. Mind you, this is now, what are we, 16 months?
13. It was, or 14. It was November 2020.
Oh my God. Yeah. We're over a year past when they came out. They being he PS5. And him. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. Amy, Rachel.
Yes. The PS5 and I almost said PS4. PS5 and Xbox Series X. Yeah, I saw one in a brick and mortar. I see Series S's all the time, but Series X with the Dick's drive. So I've yet to see a PS5 either version in a retail store. But so I was considering buying it, but I'm like, there's still $500, and that's still $500.
Yeah,
I have children and stuff.
I get it.
I told my wife, I go, honey, I almost bought an new Xbox today. She looked at me, she goes, yeah, how much are they?
You did what?
I go,
you almost did what?
I go, they're $500. I go, I didn't buy it. She goes, well, that's good. Yep, I made the right choice, boys.
Oh, lady.
Yeah,
she's such a sweetheart.
I was like, oh God. I even had my oldest daughter with me when I was at the store, and I told her that she couldn't get like a $30 Encanto toy.
Yeah. Right.
So what a hypocritical dick I would be. Yeah, you can't
Sorry,
get your
loaf. We can't afford it.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that. I don't know. I can't justify paying $500 plus. So if it came with the game, I'd almost be there.
If you ever see one of the Halo Infinite Edition ones,
I'd love that.
Oh my god. You let me know if you see one and decide not to buy it.
No,
I'll buy it.
I'll buy it.
Because it comes with the game and so they get the cool console with like the blue lights and stuff.
Yeah, right. I missed out on the I think it was Halo 4 Xbox One, right?
Yeah. Halo 4
or Halo 5. It was a Halo 5 one.
5.
It was like blue and gray. Missed out on that one.
I know the one you're talking about.
I always wanted that and I never got it.
It's pretty cool.
But I still have my original Xbox One, which I apparently could play
the fucking VCR.
Yeah.
Halo Infinite will run on that.
The manufacturer date, I just looked at it, is 2013.
Yeah, that's like a launch.
That it was one of the like just post-launch Xbox Ones. Oh yeah, it's probably got.
I do have a day one controller.
I still have the original box for the day one model because that was the one that I.
Also, together we have a day one.
Oh yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the box and all the inserts and stuff.
I have the controller.
I don't think they're, but this is not worth anything. Who cares? Well, they probably are still.
At some point, it might be.
Yeah, keep it. Well, stuff's insane. So I looked it up because I saw it in the store, and the reason I say that is because they're still like $800 if you're going to go on eBay.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just
they're pretty nice. Like
I'm sure they are, but
I was playing Halo on a PC. And I was like, it's good, but like, God, playing anything on a PC is fucking.
I hate it.
And you know what? So I pulled it up on the Xbox Series X. It loaded instantly. It had Dolby Vision, and like just everything worked. Yeah. And it ran at 4K 60 native.
Probably wouldn't do that on my original Xbox One.
No, I think it's 720 30.
560.
Yeah, like Halo 3.
Yeah. Ooh. The thing would be grinding. My Xbox gets so loud when I use it that I actually have to like turn the volume. I never have to adjust the volume on my TV. I have to adjust the volume to hear it over my Xbox.
Yeah, that makes sense.
My God. That's bad. But anyways, it's still working. Hasn't burned up yet. Well, and that was the other thing too. The 70th reason I didn't buy it, the first 1 through 69 being my wife would have killed me.
Sure.
Was I'm waiting for the next versions to come out. Whatever they do, the internal
the series
redesign.
It would probably be like Series Z.
It doesn't even have to look. Yeah, no, they won't be that stupid about it. Yes, they will.
I was gonna say they have Series S and Series X right now, which was the follow-up to the Xbox One X.
Yeah.
Like let's not give them credit for naming.
Yeah, no. Well, I don't know. But I'm waiting for it. It doesn't have to look different. It just has to have the internal redesign. The fan gets bigger or something, or whatever the fuck they do to make them better. I don't know.
Right,
yeah.
Yeah, PS5 already has had a fan rework.
I saw that. But anyways, so I'm waiting for something else to come out with for Xbox though, because I hear Halo's good, like you're saying, and I love Halo. I could talk about it for hours, but it doesn't justify 500 plus 60 plus tax, because tax and stuff.
Yeah, if they're Halo or for Halo and Xbox, it would be over 600.
Oh yeah. And I can't.
Yeah, no, I get it. The only reason I have one is because it came out like right when I got that second stimulus. Like, and I saw one.
Yeah.
I have no impulse control.
Well, that's how I know I've grown up a little bit, because I looked at it and like, man, I'm doing well now. I actually, I had a good 2021. Looking forward to a good 2022. I know the money's going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, no, I can't buy it.
Yeah.
Like,
I miss time.
What?
Like just being able to like actually.
Have time?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you just missed the concept.
Like no, like 10 years ago, like right after high school, I would be done with Halo Infinite. I would have been done with Halo Infinite 3 weeks ago.
Yep.
And
it's dried up.
Yeah. What is that noise? Do you hear that?
Shut the fuck up!
Like something banging outside. I don't know. Anyway. So Halo Infinite, it's fun.
I'll play it, probably 2024.
I actually, you know what else I've been playing? Far Cry. Speaking of Far Cry.
The original?
Far Cry 6. Because a buddy of mine got it. And that one does have co-op.
Okay.
And it was $20. I was like,
I've heard it's good.
It's really good. If you like Far Cry, it's more Far Cry.
Okay.
And co-op is fun.
It's the one that's set in like rural America, right?
No, that's Far Cry 5.
Oh, okay. Far Cry 6 is the one with Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah, that's like Cuba.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
That's a good transition.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck that noise is.
I think we're being attacked.
Probably.
I hear it. They're coming through the vents, man. They're coming through the vents. There's a glitch in the Matrix. Ah, look at that.
Coming from
outside. Look at that relevant pop culture reference.
Have you seen Matrix 4?
No.
I did not either.
Why would you?
I don't know. I heard Red Letter Media gave it a positive.
I think they've fallen off.
Really?
Yeah, their last couple reviews, they're like all over the place, and I don't agree.
I don't agree with them a lot, but I will at least look at their, like, if they think something's good, I'll watch it. Sometimes I disagree, but
so I found that their last handful of reviews I've disagreed with. Which
what else was it?
I'm trying to think of what else it was. I did not think Pig was good.
I did not see Pig.
They liked that, I believe.
I am a little upset they don't go to the movie theaters anymore and see like big releases.
I'm confused that they're so against movie theaters because that's kind of what they're founded on.
Right.
I mean, I get their little reason for it. They talk about like it's just such an event to go to a movie.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Not everybody has the means to watch a movie. I enjoy going to the movies twice a year.
Yeah. I actually, I saw Spider-Man in the theater the other day.
You did.
And it was great.
Yeah. Did you go by yourself?
I did. And
I wish I'd won.
I thought about it, but I know
I was busy.
Sure. Yeah, right. And, I went because I saw there were 2 other people in the theater at that time. It was, Monday, right after.
Because
everyone went back to school.
Right.
Because the week before, every showtime was full.
Oh, yeah, no.
And so, Monday, and it was empty, and it was great.
Yeah. You want to talk about Spider-Man?
Yeah, let's transition.
The new Spider-Man movie, No Way Home, starring Miles Morales and Cheech and Chong.
Yep.
That's not accurate.
No, that's who's in those pictures. There's Miles Morales wearing the cape.
Spoiler alert from the picture itself.
Well, in the trailers, you see Doc Ock and Green Goblin.
Yep.
Willem Dafoe and Alfred Molina.
And it's kind of nice that they actually reprised the roles.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna spoil anything.
I say spoil it all.
Nah, you know what? I don't think I need to. I'm just gonna give my thoughts as best I can with that.
All right, lay it on me, big boy.
Okay. It's really good.
There's three ratings that you ever give, and by proxy, basically that I ever give.
Yeah.
It's meh, it's fine, it's really good. Like those are the 3. So, and that's
I also I think Sonic is fucking terrible.
That's true. You do have a 4th that's like way off there, but it goes fucking terrible, meh, fine, really good. Yeah. That's the progression.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever say anything is amazing. Whoa, this is the best thing I've ever seen.
I think that's really good. I think you're top, but that's your top tier.
I would know because there are things I've seen that are better than that.
Yeah, but it's just a conglomerate.
My top 3 movies are better than that.
Citizen Kane, Clockwork Orange, and The Last Jedi.
Yeah, there it is. Those first 2 are fine.
I would say they're mid-fine.
Clockwork Orange is fine. It's an interesting movie.
It's 3/4 of the way from mid to fine.
Okay. We don't have to agree on that.
No,
I don't think the Clockwork Orange rapist should be in Space Jam. Did you see that? They're hanging out at the basketball game. But actually, it's going to bring me into my No Way Home review here.
Perfect,
because that's a movie that uses nostalgia, as just remember this. Look what properties we own.
You're talking about Space Jam, right?
Yeah, this is
not a Clockwork Orange.
Clockwork Orange in Space Jam. Where they're like, remember that? That's got a 4K Blu-ray coming out soon.
Oh yeah.
Or it came out just before that movie. And it's
bad.
Why? Okay. What?
That's all over the place now, though. That nostalgia orgasm.
Sure, Ready Player One.
Yeah, you say that, but I think that was even pre-Nostalgia Fest.
Oh no.
Was Ready Player One was 2015, right?
No, that was 2019, 2018.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So no, I guess you're right.
Yeah, no. It was post Stranger Things.
It was a long. It feels like it was so long ago.
It was pre-pandemic.
Well, yeah,
which does feel like a different time.
You ever refer to things as pre 9/11? Because I do.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think pre-pandemic has its own. It will be another pre 9/11.
Spider-Man 1, not pre 9/11, but almost pre 9/11.
The trailer was the one where he's hanging out with a web in between the twin towers.
Yep.
Ooh, they didn't reference that in No Way Home.
No, but they did reference other things from the Sam Raimi trilogy. Get into your review before I spoil everything for you.
So, so there's movies that use nostalgia as just remember this, Ready Player One, Space Jam.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Very disappointing movie.
I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed.
Not good on subsequent rewatches either.
I didn't watch it again. I refused to watch it.
It's not good. Anyways.
But this movie, there's one scene I like in Ready Player One. And I'll tell you why. And this will tie into why I like Spider-Man No Way Home. There's one scene in Ready Player One where they go into The Shining. Have you seen Ready Player One?
Yep.
Okay. So they go into The Shining to find the thing. And one character hasn't seen The Shining.
Okay. Makes sense because they're relatively children in that.
Right. And so when that character goes into a scene, it's the bathtub scene from The Shining where the lady is a naked woman who then turns into a gross corpse naked woman. And the character doesn't know that, but the audience, if you've seen The Shining, does. And so that's called dramatic irony, when the audience knows something the character doesn't. And that creates tension or comedy or, what have you. That's using a reference and doing something with it.
And that's what you like.
Yes. Is they took a reference and they used it. They created a story moment out of it.
Yeah.
As opposed to another scene in Ready Player One where it's Goro from Mortal Kombat and then the alien chestburster pops out. And it's okay. And it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
And there's no character moment. There's nothing from that. It's just
there.
Fucking visual garbage.
Yeah.
Spider-Man No Way Home takes what you know and uses it for character development, for characters they develop them, they go places with them, they play off of each other. There's humor from it. There's dramatic moments from it. It actually works because they use it in service of the story, not as a story in and of itself.
There's a few moments. I'm gonna spoil the movie.
Okay, so spoiler alert.
You play the music. Bum, 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 bum.
Spoiler alert. Skip ahead 2 minutes.
But also, who the fuck cares? If you're, don't.
Okay, it's been out a few weeks.
The best part of the movie is when Andrew Garfield looks at, I can't think of the main character.
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. I know the other, Tobey Maguire.
Yep.
He looks at his wrist. Or no, he looks at Tobey Maguire's wrist.
Right.
When they're shooting the webs. And he's just like,
the fuck, that come out of you?
What?
Yeah.
And then it flashes to another scene, right? And then it comes back to Andrew Garfield, and he's still like,
yeah,
just in the background.
Because that's a humorous moment. Because if you've seen the Tobey Maguire movies, and it's organic to the characters, like, yeah, that's the reaction they would have because Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland had to make their web fluid, and that was part of their movie.
Well, even in the character too, you get Andrew Garfield in the Amazing Spider-Man movies, who's like overly apologetic and like quirky and weird.
Yeah.
Whereas Tom Holland's like a teenage, misfit that's not. But he's fairly responsible.
Yeah.
They fit in their characters, and the reaction just from Andrew Garfield, who it's unpopular, but I like the Amazing Spider-Man movies.
I don't like the movies. I did not dislike Andrew Garfield.
Okay.
And I think this movie proved that. So spoiler alert, Andrew Garfield is in this movie.
I think he's the best part of the movie.
I will say, so they don't show up until the last half hour or so. Those two Spider-Man.
Right.
Which is good because it is still Tom Holland's movie.
Sure.
And he works in it, and I think it's his best movie so far.
Oh, I agree. I think the script actually lends credit to him in his acting ability, whereas the other ones are like, they're a sloth. It doesn't give him, it's very predictable.
Yeah.
This is not.
And I think it works. And I think everyone works. Except I would say they could probably have cut the Lizard and Sandman. Yeah. They don't really do anything with those characters.
No, but I guess if you're gonna go, all in, you gotta go all in.
They have a villain from every every Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire.
In the critique of the Amazing Spider-Man 2 is like, well, Electro didn't know that Spider-Man was Peter Parker.
Yeah, well, because that's the plot convenience of how they get into the world.
Right.
Is Doctor Strange is like, everyone who knew you were Spider-Man is here.
Yeah. But
you know what? I don't know that this is that Electro from the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Is it not Jamie Foxx?
It is Jamie Foxx, but like the fact that it's from like a multiverse and like and his costume is a little different.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, maybe this is an Electro, a Jamie Foxx Electro, but maybe it's just a different one who did know.
Sure.
Right, you could plot convenience that away.
So it's nice seeing it fleshed out. Like the movie in its own right is very good, but it's much better if you've watched the other Spider-Mans.
100%. Right. Which is another thing, like watch Ready Player One if you've never seen a movie.
Well, we got our friend here from Cambodia. He's never seen a cinematic adventure before. We're gonna get him on Ready Player One.
It's got every movie in it.
Yeah, no, it's much better if you've seen those. But the reason I say Andrew Garfield's the best part of the movie is because the web thing is in my opinion, that's when I laughed the hardest of all the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Right. However, the best dramatic moment is also, I think, goes to Andrew Garfield too.
Yeah.
What scene am I talking about?
Yeah, when he catches.
Yeah, and that's, man, I tell you, I watched that scene multiple times because I was watching it online,
mm-hmm.
and then I went back and I watched it. I watched it again, there's so many little details to that scene. And then I watched The Amazing Spider-Man 2 again when he fails to catch Gwen Stacy. Damn. Like it's a great parallel of movie making ability.
Yeah. It works also in that, like, in just the movie itself. In No Way Home, he brings up like, oh, I lost my MJ. I lost my girlfriend because I couldn't catch her, or like something.
Yeah.
And so even within just the context of this movie, it works.
Yes. I agree. And so part of it was it's like a quick flash to Andrew Garfield's leg when he pushes off instead of catching her with the web, right?
Yeah.
He actually catches this universe's Mary Jane, and it's such a brief shot of like the leg push off, but it's intentional, and that's just like the little attention to detail and the little attention to the care for this movie that makes it better than, I'd say, mostly every other Marvel movie that's come out within the last 4 years.
Sure. I would say everything post Endgame for sure. And maybe even Endgame.
I think it was better than Endgame. I don't know that it was better than Infinity War.
Yeah, I was going to say Infinity War is possibly my favorite Marvel movie. Infinity War is almost flawless.
Do you remember the time between Infinity War and Endgame? Yeah. I think Infinity War was better before Endgame came out.
Yeah. I think Infinity War, I think he can almost just end the Marvel on just Infinity War. Just like,
it's done.
Perfect. It's just a really bitter fucking end to this franchise.
Like, I'm gone.
Yep.
I don't love the ending to this movie. I think it's what it has to be. But
I think this movie, it's a very clever move by Sony.
Oh, I think so too.
To write Tom Holland out of the MCU.
Where's my camera? There it is. Done.
They just were like, and without drawing attention to it, like, he's still totally in the MCU.
Oh yeah, look, he came and checked on his friends. He's there.
Yep.
Yeah, but he's never coming
back. Happy's now gone.
Yep.
And like everything that tied him to the MCU is just convenient.
Wrapped up in a bow.
Yep.
And all of the previous Spider-Mans are also done. Like they're all tied in with this.
Yep.
Because it's all that you got too excited there. It was all that universe, and now that universe is basically, we don't know who Peter Parker is.
Yep.
We don't know who Spider-Man is.
Yep. And they just conveniently, it's a nice little bow.
When I first heard the plot details for this movie, I was thinking that it was going to be really bad.
Yeah. I was really worried that it would just be a nostalgia fest.
It kind of was, right? But it all worked in service of the movie. It wasn't, and I don't know what came first, the chicken or the egg, but hearing the plot details of like, well, we've got Doctor Strange who like can do magic, and he's gonna bring other people into the unit.
I really like Doctor Strange as a plot device, because it turns he also, as a character, he works as a plot. So it's something about that the way he works off of people when he's plot devising. It almost works better than him in his own movie.
I think his movie's probably one of my favorite Marvel movies, the Doctor Strange movie.
I think it's good. I like Doctor Strange.
But I was very worried that this was just going to be an ass pull of Spider-Man history because Doctor Strange is magical. And it wasn't that. And that was a really nice change of pace, especially coming off the heels of I hate to say it, the boring Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
The just forgettable Black Widow.
Yep.
And whatever else has come out that
is
even more forgettable than those two.
Yeah.
So this was a nice change of pace. I don't think Marvel keeps this up. I don't think this was Marvel at all. I think this was Sony.
Yeah. And so it actually gives me hope. Although, in the past 6 months, I've also seen Venom 2. So maybe I don't have hope for Sony.
I don't hate Venom 2. I didn't hate Venom 1.
You know what? I didn't hate Venom 1. I hate Venom 2.
Really?
Venom 2 is fucking terrible.
Okay.
That's where it is on my rank.
I've only watched it once though. So
I only watched it once too, and that was enough for me.
I will say they botched Carnage and they
what did they have? What was the redeeming quality of Venom 2?
Just the Venom parts. That's it. Which is basically what they did in Venom 1. And I wouldn't even say that was redeeming as much as it was just that's all I really wanted.
Yeah.
I also wasn't looking for anything from the movie, though I did want better Carnage.
Yeah, make it R-rated. Come on.
Yeah. And so I watched that movie and then I watched Deadpool. And I'm like, wow, this would have been way better.
Sure.
So, but also I don't, as much as I say about that,
how come in a post Deadpool Logan world did they not make this R?
I think it's just because it's Spider-Man related. I really think that's, and I know Deadpool is too, because they're all related.
They're all Marvel.
Yeah, but like Venom is an offshoot of Venom is directly related to Spider-Man.
So you don't want it R-rated because they also like kind of set up like a Venom.
Maybe the idea was all along that Venom was going to be in the MCU,
but he's not anymore. Did you? So the post-credit scene
I
for
didn't see it.
No Way Home is Venom was drawn into the MCU.
Okay,
and apparently he was there the whole time, but just like.
No, I'll have to watch this.
Yeah, he was just at like a bar, like learning about like what? There's a big green guy. What? You're like,
oh shit!
Like what world am I in? What is this?
Oh,
and then he gets sent back home.
Huh? Okay.
Like he disappears and goes back to his universe.
I hate Venom 2 now
because of that post-credit scene.
Yep,
where they're like,
Jonah Jameson is their Spider-Man and stuff.
Yep.
Oh, that's frustrating to me.
Yeah.
And Venom's in the MCU and then he's not.
They undid it with the Spider-Man No Way Home end credits.
What the fuck?
Yep.
Why?
I don't know.
Someone's banging at our window.
Like that window. Apparently, the upstairs window. Weird. That's what it sounds like to me. But anyway.
I don't know. So yeah. Spider-Man definitely worth seeing, but
yeah, I recommend it.
Watch the other ones first.
Which that was something I watched when I was sick. I watched Spider-Man 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And then I watched Homecoming, Infinity War, Endgame, Far From Home.
So actually, let me redact that and correct it. Watch Spider-Man 2, watch The Amazing Spider-Man 1.
Okay.
And that's it.
Nah. I also watched Spider-Man 1. Because I will say one of my favorite characters in No Way Home is Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, he's phenomenal.
He's so fucking good.
It's amazing how Alfred Molina and Willem Dafoe, and even to an extent like Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, how they just can step back into the roles. And they're so, even the mannerisms are the same.
Willem Dafoe
though,
in particular is so fucking good.
Yeah.
Just whether he's being Norman Osborn or the fucking
he's had a lot of practice from a Death Note there.
Yeah, it's fucking great. I'm like Willem Dafoe's evil fucking.
I love the conversation, the scenes with just Willem Dafoe when he's like talking to the mask.
Yeah,
that's my favorite.
So good.
All right, that's my third favorite scene. So
rewatch Spider-Man 1. That movie's still fucking good.
I would say that's my third favorite though. I like Spider-Man 2 and then Amazing Spider-Man 1 and then Spider-Man 1.
Okay.
Spider-Man 3 is not good.
I actually rewatched it last year and I liked it way more than I remembered. Yeah, everyone points to that scene. There's 2 hours of that movie that is not that scene.
Yeah, but it's bad.
No,
it's really bad. No.
I think there's a lot of redeeming qualities to Spider-Man 3.
I think Sandman is an asshole. I think Venom
is an asshole.
It doesn't work.
I think if you watch that movie, you could tell Sandman was the villain that Sam Raimi wanted.
Well, and that makes sense. But it just it doesn't work. Who's the third one?
Harry.
That's right. Yeah. The Hobgoblin.
Yeah, well, it's not how you know who the Hobgoblin is.
No.
Ned Leeds.
What?
You know his fat friend?
The one in
Homecoming, and
is it really?
Yeah, Ned Leeds is the Hobgoblin.
Like canonically?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh. Weird.
Yeah. So spoiler alert for Spider-Man Home Sweet Home.
That's definitely going to be the title.
Yeah. Home Sweet Home Alone.
Because what is this trilogy called? The Home Trilogy? What
yeah. Because it's Homecoming, Far From Home.
Yeah, but why?
Because I think they did I think Homecoming was just its own thing. And then they were like Far From Home because he's in London. And then they're like, oh, I guess No Way Home because like like we have a thing going, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I don't think that was planned when they titled Homecoming.
I want to. Yeah, I guess. But now it's the Home Trilogy. And
which is fine.
I want to talk about the Book of Boba Fett.
Let's talk about the Book of Boba Fett.
Really quick. So there's 2 episodes out. Episode 2 dropped today. It came out. That's
I didn't have a picture.
That's not it, but that's okay.
It's on Disney Plus.
Yeah, on Disney Plus, and it's I want to talk about just one of the things that really gets me about it. Okay. I don't hate it. I don't hate the book. There's 2 episodes out, like I said.
Yeah. I'm waiting until.
Yeah, I don't know how many. I think there'll probably be 8 or something like that.
Hawkeye was 6. So.
The Book of Boba Fett, right? So Boba Fett is an established character. He was in the original trilogy, all of like 6 minutes of screen time, which
he gets like 7 minutes in the special edition.
Does he? Okay.
There's like an extra scene where he's at Jabba's bar, and like there's like some like alien lady. He's like, "Hey, what's up? How's it going?" And that's it. That's like they added that to the special edition.
So this takes place. First off, he's not dead.
Right.
Spoiler: he reaches out of the Sarlacc pit.
Oh, didn't they do that in the Mandalorian season 2? I haven't seen the Mandalorian season 2.
I don't know.
I heard
maybe
he come back in that.
But it's interesting you brought that up. So he's not dead, Boba Fett. And he comes back and he's doing stuff, and he takes over Jabba's throne because the guy before or after Jabba died, the guy kills him, or Boba says that somebody kills Jabba. And then,
Jabba was killed by Princess Leia.
Right. He doesn't say that though. In episode 2, he goes, is something, God, I can't remember the line of it. But anyways, my issue with this show, the Book of Boba Fett, is Boba Fett is a good guy.
What?
Yeah. And it's like, it's glaringly in your face about it.
Weird.
So in episode 2, he gets captured by Tusken Raiders after the not the Ewoks, the other
Jawas.
Yes, there you go. Strip his armor off of him in the first episode. And he basically befriends the Tusken Raiders and then helps them stop a train that's terrorizing them.
Okay.
And there's a reason for everything that Boba does. And it's like, there's no moral ambiguity of it at all. It's not like, oh, this is kind of like an anti-hero. No, he's just a good guy.
Okay.
It's really jarring.
That's weird.
Because it doesn't work. In the line that sticks out to me is that there's these 2 twin huts that come, they're cousins of Jabba or something. They come in on Tatooine, I think, and they have a confrontation with Boba in the streets. And Boba goes, well, your cousin was killed by something. He doesn't say Princess Leia. Your cousin was killed by this who took that, and then he took over, and then I killed them. So these lands are mine.
Okay.
And they're like, well, we have claim to this, but he doesn't say like, well, I killed Jabba, or even though that wouldn't have been true, it's just the fact that like it's justification. Like, well, this cowardice jerk killed killed Jabba, and I killed him. So now these are mine. It's all convoluted into making him. He is so shoehorned into being the sympathetic character. You know, he helps the Tusken Raiders, and he doesn't kill people. He's not mean. The mayor sends this guy in the first episode to see him, and he's collecting tribute from the people of Tatooine because he's sitting on Jabba's throne there, above the Rancor pit. And the guy goes, well, the mayor sends his regards. And then he goes, and Boba goes, like, what? Like, where's, your tribute? Well, we were looking for that from you. And he just like kind of lets him go. Even there's like a little talk about like, oh, we'll let you leave with your life. Like send that. But he's so unintimidating as a character.
Yeah.
It makes him, they ruined the character. They don't understand the character either. And the problem with that is there really is no character there.
So from what I'm hearing,
I'm not excited about the rest of this series.
They're basically they did a very similar plot on the Clone Wars.
Did they?
Darth Maul.
Yes.
Darth Maul came back and he took over a criminal organization.
Yep.
It's fucking awesome. It's actually one of the best plots on Clone Wars.
Okay.
Because he's still evil. Even though because he felt betrayed by the Emperor or whatever, so he turned his back on that, but he was still evil.
Yeah,
because he's still Darth Maul. So he came into this organization, beheads the leader.
Yep.
And then beheads a whole bunch of people who don't agree with him.
Yep.
It's fucking awesome.
In this, Boba there's an assassin sent after him in episode 2 opens up with him bringing the assassin back so the assassin gets brought in, he sits in front above the Rancor pit there, and Boba goes, well, who sent you? And the droid that he's got, the protocol droid, is like, well, he's an assassin of the Nightwind, he'll never talk. And the guy he threatens to kill him. Boba threatens to well, if he won't talk, he doesn't need his head. That's the most intimidating it gets. That's the most threatening he gets. They drop him into the Rancor pit. Well, actually, Boba doesn't drop him in. His hired hand there, Fennec, whatever, from The Mandalorian, she drops him into the Rancor pit. The door for the Rancor pit's opening up. The guy goes, I'm an assassin of the Nightwind. Blah, blah, blah. And then they look down because you know how the platform moves forward, so Jabba could see down into the pit. There's nothing there, and she goes, it's empty. It was just so I
am a little tired of this whole Marvel style, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The quip.
It doesn't work.
Dramatic moment.
You're going to hate this show then.
Yeah, because I'm done with that. I would say No Way Home had some funny moments.
There's one
character. It wasn't a lot.
No, there's one character that can do that quip, and it's Star-Lord there. It's Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
That's it.
What you have to be really, I think more than Chris Pratt, it's James Gunn can write those quips.
Yeah, and
because I really like the Suicide Squad as well.
Who plays Thor? Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth. Yeah,
he's good at it too.
Yeah, and that's another one where Thor Ragnarok is Taika Waititi.
Yeah,
who I would put on a level with James Gunn.
Yeah,
those are funny dudes.
But I tell you, there's a really weird, and I can't put my finger on it though with the Book of Boba Fett. There's a weird tonal irregularity with it. So not only the fact that Boba Fett, one, he shouldn't be a good character. Should if you want a Boba Fett show, simply put him in place of the Mandalorian and redo the first season of the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Because remember, that was a pretty gray area show for who the Mandalorian was. I don't know. He's kind of a good guy. He's taking the affinity to this little Yoda creature thing, but he's not really good.
Sure. The first scene of the Mandalorian, he cuts someone in half.
Yeah. This show, they have ruined Boba Fett. He's not intimidating. He's not scary. He doesn't exude any presence. That's what it was. He's walking through the streets of Tatooine.
Is he being played by the Jango Fett guy?
Yes.
By the way, I was just curious.
And actually, the actor does a fine job.
Yeah, like Tamara Morrison.
It's not. It's writing. And that my biggest criticism of the show has to be the dialogue and the writing. They're walking through the streets of Tatooine after he takes over the throne and becomes the new daimyo of Tatooine, right? And he goes to Fennec. He goes, I intend to rule with respect. Fuck that. Because she's having a conversation with him about how the Jabba used to be carried through the streets. And she goes, well, in dire times, fear is a safer bet. Mm-hmm. Well, okay. That makes it I don't know if she's meant to be like the evil side of it, but it doesn't work in that sense because she's not intimidating as a character.
Yeah.
But you can't have your head honcho basically play second fiddle.
Yeah.
And it's just they've just nerfed him.
Oh, this sounds like fucking Disney.
Well,
Disney's so fucking sterile.
That's what it's just such a boring, why? Why take a risk? And like I said, if you want a Boba Fett show, watch the first season of The Mandalorian and pretend that Boba Fett is him. And that's it. And and that would be a better show. It's just, I'm so disappointed. We'll see where the season goes. They're 2 episodes in now, but man, I was actually sort of excited for it because Boba Fett in The Mandalorian in season 2 isn't that bad. Like he's pretty true to what you would think he would do. He's pretty callous, pretty ruthless, but logical.
Yeah.
This is not that.
Well, I wonder who the show, because Jon Favreau is pretty good. He's the guy. He's the showrunner for The Mandalorian.
If he's doing this, he doesn't understand. I am not a huge Star Wars fan by any stretch, but even I understand what the Boba Fett character should be.
Yeah,
and it's not this neutered bitch.
Yeah,
I don't get it. And again, it's just like you have no doubt who the good guy is.
I think if Boba Fett should be an antagonist, or what would be cool? Make him the protagonist of a show, and the you follow him, but you realize as the show's going on that he's fighting the good guys. Luke Skywalker and stuff. Maybe you don't even know who he's going against for the first episode or 2.
I would love that.
And then you realize he's actually fucking up the New Republic or whatever.
And maybe that's what he's doing in episode 2 there, because he stops this train and he trains the Tusken Raiders and earns their respect or some horse shit. Oh, they also one of the Jabba's cousins there. One of their bodyguards is a big black Wookiee, and I'm like, remember Wookiees?
Whoa!
I'm with the bowcaster, and it's got the big long gun thing. Yeah, I don't know, but he teaches the Tusken Raiders to ride speeder bikes because he stole the speeder bikes from a bar.
Okay.
Because he walked in and this beta male, got his drink stolen by some of the rough and tuffians, and he just walks in, beats these people up, and then leaves. Why? I don't get it. The show's for dumb people.
Well, yes, that established.
Who on the flip side of Spider-Man, who just want to be I remember Wookiees.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder what Tom's opinion is of this. I wonder if he's watching it.
I don't know. Well,
he's a big Spider-Man or Star Wars fan.
Yeah. Tom, are you there?
Yeah. So we're a little over, but
do you want to talk Encanto real quick?
Yeah, I'll put the timer on for 3 minutes.
Done. Okay, let's do it.
Okay. I've watched this about 40 times because my 2.5-year-old, this is her new favorite movie. It's Kanto. Okay. Watch Kanto. First time I watched it, I was unimpressed. Second time I watched it, I mean, this isn't terrible. I like the colors and the visual are nice. I'm not really ever really watching it, mind you. I'm like, it's like in the background. Third, fourth, fifth time, whatever, it's there. I catch more and more of it.
Sure.
I don't necessarily. The plot is fine. It's strange, but it's fine.
Yeah.
What got me for this movie, and I'm solidly for it. The
Okay.
music is great.
Sure.
And the colors are great.
Yeah.
That's all I care about.
Well, I will say my favorite part was probably the songs, and specifically when they go into a song.
Yes.
The visuals get really like weird and like
I
I
like it. The songs are all written by Lin-Manuel Miranda.
I find he's very hit or miss.
I watched some of the interviews with him about doing this.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would like. He seems like someone that you enjoy having a drink with.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, wow, okay, wow.
Yeah,
the guy seems like he's like the most down to earth people of all the people that they interviewed while they were talking about this movie. They were like, yeah, Disney came to me and wanted me to basically songify this movie or put it in song. And I'm like, that's kind of cool.
Okay.
And then he, I found myself that each song, I know all the words to because I've watched it so many times.
I only remember 2 of the songs. I could not tell you any besides We Don't Talk About Bruno.
That one's a good one.
And the Under Pressure song.
Surface Pressure. Yeah. That one, that's one of my favorite. The other one, the slow guitar, Dos Oruguitos.
During the flashback?
Yep.
Okay.
I can't think of who the Colombian artist is.
Santana.
No. Santra or something like that. Okay. But anyways,
close.
That one's really good. The first one, the Family Madrigal.
Yeah.
That one's great. Then there's another one. What else can I do?
Yeah, that's the worst one.
That's the most Disney song.
Yeah. That was the one I think they wanted to be Let It Go.
Yes.
And it just isn't. It's not as catchy as Bruno or
Surface Pressure. Yeah. I agree. And I'd say like I've gone through phases with all of the songs and have that was the last one. And that really makes sense though, because if you look at who is the most princess like, it's definitely Isabella who that song is. And that's what it is. And Lin-Manuel Miranda there kind of talks about that. Like that's where the inspiration came from for that. So makes sense. But I think I like it. I think the movie's, there's some good moments to it, but more so than plot, it's just worth watching just because the songs are catchy. And it's bright and it's colorful.
Yeah,
and
the animation is really nice.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the characters and everything. Like, there's too many characters. None of them have any sort of.
It's funny you say that because that's why they did the song at the beginning. Like, it's such a shallow tactic, right?
Yeah.
Like,
oh sure, the exposition song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That should be in every movie that has characters like this. They should have done that with the Eternals.
Always have the exposition. Like, welcome to Burke.
Yeah.
Most places have dogs. Some places have sheep. We have dragons.
Yeah.
And then you may wonder how I got here. Let me tell you. Because they're falling to their death.
Well, they even have those 3 kid characters that are following Mirabelle around in the town. And it's like, we can't keep everything straight.
Yeah. Well, don't worry. We're going to sing it to you in song.
Yeah. Well, and even mid-song, there's so many grandkids. And it's time for a grandkid roundup. And they sing about it again.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know. It's funny, but my daughter really likes it. There's worse movies
appealing to 3-year-olds.
Yeah. Well, we went from watching Luca every day to watching this every day. And I like Luca.
I did not see Luca.
Oh, I really enjoy that.
I heard Luca.
But this continues on that trend of Disney movie that doesn't have a villain.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no the house is falling apart.
Yeah, the medical is dying.
Yeah, and it's like internal conflict, which I'm all for a movie that has internal conflict and like character drama.
Sure.
But you got to be really good at it.
Well, yeah, like I said, the story is definitely the C aspect of this. As far as like things that I enjoyed about it, story is fine. It has a compelling moment in it.
Does it?
I think with the when it plays Dos Oruguitos,
yeah.
There's the history. It all makes sense and wraps up very nicely. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of plot holes at the end, and you're like, why? What?
Yeah, but like I don't know. I don't give a fuck about Luisa or
she's super strong.
Dolores.
Yeah, she can hear the chorus a mile away.
Yeah. The kid who can talk to animals.
Oh yeah, Antonio.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I only know that because I've watched the movie so many times.
Weirdly white aunt.
Yeah, red hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that character?
Tia Peppa.
Yeah. Why is she white?
I don't know. I think it's only to differentiate
her from her sister.
Yeah. Because if you look at when the grandma's holding the babies in the flashback, there's the one with the red hair, and then there's Julieta, who's the main Mirabel's mom.
Yeah,
and then Bruno.
Yeah,
and you can tell like the way they the way they stylize the eyes of the babies. You can tell which one's the boy, which one's the girl, and then there's the red hair one.
Yeah,
why? I wondered that too. What gets me even more when I was at Target, they make the toys for them. Jack Pacific makes the toys. The skin hues are very off on the toys.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Isabella is essentially the color of untinted coffee.
Like her uncle there?
Yes.
Or is that her dad?
Nope.
How does she relate? They're sisters.
Yep. See the tallest guy with the comb over?
Yeah.
That's the dad of Mirabel, Isabella, and Luisa.
Okay.
And then the other ones are Dolores, Antonio,
the ones
and Camilo.
I was gonna say the ones with curly hair, but Mirabel kind of has curly hair.
Right.
They really should have probably differentiated that.
You're right. There is a lot of characters. I guess you have to watch the movie 40 times like I have, because now I'm an expert.
Because Camilo, he doesn't have a character. Anything.
No, he just can shapeshift.
Yeah. Which is that ever used?
So he helps to hang a sign and shapeshifts into an older person. That's it.
Yeah. He has a verse in the Bruno song.
Yeah. Yeah. When he talks
7-foot frame, rats along its back.
Yeah. When he calls your name, it all fades to black.
Yeah. He looks at your dreams, feasts on your screams.
Yeah. We don't talk about Bruno.
Yeah.
No.
That's the only lines I remember. For some reason, that verse was really catchy.
Yeah. 7 foot. Yeah. It's a good one.
Yeah. Also during the medley, I felt like that was the one that stuck out.
Yeah. Like I said, the songs actually have grown on me a lot.
Yeah.
And now they're my favorite part of the movie, and why I can watch it so many times now with my daughter, who wants it. Like, we'll watch it back to back.
Sure.
And I'm like,
she's at that age.
Yeah. And I'm like, that's fine, because the songs are good enough.
I will say, I think you've lucked out in this age of streaming and like high quality content being available all the time. Because we would just have VHSs that we would wear the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like I know I had a Barney VHS that I wore out.
I'm trying to think. Mine were like the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like say what you want about like I don't think Encanto's the best, but
I think
it's a higher quality than Barney or Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in terms of like production and actual.
Yeah.
I
don't really understand the weird well, no, that's not true. I do understand the weird like push for the representation of it. Because but it seems like it kind of came retroactively with this movie, I guess. Because you get the people that made the movie don't really talk about it at all. They're just like, yeah, we wanted to tell a good story. We went to Colombia, researched stuff, and did this. It wasn't ever like we need more Colombian stories. It was like, we just want to tell a story about family and where people fit in their family. And this seemed like the way to do it. But then you get the people like John Leguizamo who are just
we don't talk about Bruno.
We don't talk about Bruno. But it's just but they talk about him a lot.
Yeah.
The whole thing of like, well, we need more stories like this. Why is this story not enough? And also tell whatever stories you want. Don't tell a story to fit a mold of what you think somebody else wants.
Right.
Like they told this story.
We gotta fill the story quota.
Yeah.
That's not where good stories come from. Good stories come from people who have a story to tell.
Who cares what ethnicity they are? If there's an interesting, like, I think this worked. This was cool.
Mm-hmm.
But also, if I start seeing, like, if every show that Disney does now is all Hispanic or Latino.
Oh, no, they felt they could check that box.
At least Disney.
What was the other one they checked this year? Was it, what is Raya and the Last Dragon?
I have no idea.
What does that represent?
I did not like the movie.
I didn't watch it.
But
that was also last year, right?
That seems like Jake Long.
It's like South
evolved.
Asian, right?
Yeah, I guess.
So,
seems very Chinese to me.
So they filled that quota.
Yep.
So the next one, I would assume probably somewhere in Africa would be my guess. That's the next quota box.
We did the Lion King.
So that's South America. Oh, this is South America.
This is Colombia.
Yeah. Middle East.
Alaskan.
You could do like
Nordic,
like an Eskimo one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Inuit.
I don't know what the correct term is. I don't care.
Yeah.
Indigenous.
Yeah.
They'll probably do some Canada.
Oh, Aborigine.
Australian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey.
Yeah. Where's the Aborigine representation, Disney?
I think that's DreamWorks.
They passed that one off.
Yeah.
You guys could do the Aborigine story.
They actually did just come out
it's
with
about
a movie.
It's about a Tasmanian devil that's too slow.
Well, you can't say devil anymore.
Oh yeah.
It's Tasmanian.
Yeah, everyone thinks I'm evil because I'm called the Tasmanian devil.
Yeah,
but I just want to be a singer.
But if you watch my Disney Plus show, it turns out I'm actually a really good guy.
Yeah.
They called me the Boba Fett of the Outback.
Here it is.
All right. I think that was it.
Coming soon to Disney Plus.
I think that's all we had to talk about.
Yep.
I would watch Encanto. I give it a recommendation.
I don't know. What the songs are on YouTube now.
I will say sometimes that's all I put on for my daughter. I have a playlist of I think there's 6 songs. Yeah. I just play all those. I don't even watch the movie.
I think the animation of We Don't Talk About Burrito song is really nice.
The animation's fantastic. The music's fantastic.
So
stories, meh. But
all right,
there we go.
Until next time, this has been your weekly dose of PCP. We'll see you in an hour.
Bye.
Less than that.
Yeah, 40 minutes. Only if you turn it this way.
Oh no.